Hello, basketball fans, and welcome back to the newest episode of the Debate Mates. I'm Matthew Swanberg, and here, coming back again after a little bit of an absence, Coach Stretch.
My man. Yep. Debate Mates.
So, even though school is starting, me going into high school, Stretch, still trying to finish his 10th year of being a senior. You'll get through it, Stretch, I promise. We'll still keep the same schedule, still crack out videos, hopefully once a week at best. And keep building you up and giving you topics before the NBA season starts, and then we can really ramp it into full gear. Because this is the first time we'll have a full, well, that's not true. We started last October, so this will be covering our second full NBA season coming up.
There you go.
Yeah, we got our 1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary.
Pretty soon, October.
You ready for that?
I am ready for
500 views, man. You get dumped again.
Yep. Even more than that, if you can get to 500, I'll do literally anything you want.
500 views, man. You getting dumped again.
So we got a couple topics to discuss today, just kind of pulling them out of the air, just hypothetical stuff.
Okay.
We'll start. We've picked out 4 topics. You got number 1. What do you want to talk about?
Players with the most pressure coming up on them this year. As we know, the NBA is a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
It's a long season, and we have a lot of stars spread out this year in the NBA season. They all aren't packed on one team like they were previous years.
Yeah.
I won't name any names. So, with all that being said, that puts the pressure on the stars to stand up and deliver for their franchises. So, who you guys the first person that got a lot of pressure on?
So, one player that has a lot of pressure on him, in my eyes, is LeBron James, I think.
Come on, man. Why you always, are we really going to start with LeBron?
Because for legacy-wise, he has no pressure.
Thank you. Legacy-wise, he has no
he's
pressure.
top two player in NBA history. Whether you put him at 1 or 2, it's really a lot of opinions vary on that.
Okay.
But he came off of a groin injury that kept him out basically
a quarter of the
season. Yeah,
a quarter of the season.
Sat out the last 10, 15 games
For
of the
precautionary reasons, he could have played.
I understand that much, but I'm just saying, we don't know if that was for precautionary reasons, like 100% if the groin was acting up.
Man.
If he hurt something else, I believe he's 35 years old.
He's 34.
34, my bad. He's turning 35 before the season starts. I know he has a birthday before the season. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So
first of all, his birthday is in December.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Okay, well, whatever. So anyways, but he's going to be turning 35 during the season, 34 when the season starts.
Okay.
Lakers did not make the playoffs last year. They had a lot of high hopes. Some people were projecting them as high as the 4th seed.
I didn't see that.
Some had them out of the playoffs, but wherever you stood on that, you weren't expecting them to be as bad as they were. He traded everybody.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean he traded everybody?
He traded.
He did not. First of all, he is not the GM. He is not the team president.
Well,
he's not the head coach. He's just a player. LeBron James trades no one.
Okay. You don't think he has a say in it at all?
No. In Cleveland, maybe he had a say. But in LA, he doesn't have a say.
That's why Luke Walton's in Sacramento now.
Well, Luke Walton had to go.
Because LeBron wanted
By Luke.
So anyways, but LeBron's got a lot of pressure, I think, with the Lakers. He's got to help bring them back to the playoffs. The Lakers are a very storied franchise. Kobe fans, you're a Kobe fan, so I don't know why you don't hate him yet.
Hate who, LeBron? I love the Lakers. First of all, I'm a Laker fan. First of all, I'm a Laker fan. Okay? So pre-Kobe, I was a Laker fan. Post-Kobe, I'm a Laker fan.
But
that's what's wrong with you kids out there today. You guys don't cheer for a team, you cheer for a player.
The stereotype
that's very bad.
A regular Kobe Bryant fan is someone that will never accept LeBron James on the Lakers.
That's ridiculous.
That's the stereotype.
That's
really
ridiculous.
Well, I'm not saying that you confide to that, but I'm just saying it is.
First of all, name somebody else in the NBA. He has 2 numbers retired. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Oh, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm not saying that LeBron has to live up to his legacy because we both agreed LeBron's better than him. But who do you have in your top 2 if it's not MJ and LeBron?
What I'm saying is, ranking doesn't matter. Okay, you have your upper tier.
I was just trying to say who had the most
pressure. You have your upper tier.
You turned this into a big Kobe Bryant debate.
First of all, the GOAT, when you say GOAT, you know what I'm saying? Everybody credits Michael Jordan as the GOAT.
And then you think of Kevin Durant.
He's not the GOAT. Even to me, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the GOAT. Bam, said it.
Anyways, back to the actual topic.
Hot take, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is better than Michael Jordan.
So, anyways, I think LeBron, even because he is with the Lakers now,
yes.
They've got the 2nd most titles in NBA history.
Yes.
Even though
we will change that in the next 2 years.
Even though realistically, no one's expecting them to be as good as past Laker teams that were like the 16-1 type teams.
I gotta watch you, man, because you'll say some real slick stuff in there.
Hey, I'm watching my mouth today. But I know that they're not going to be, a lot of people, they're not going to be as good as they were in the past.
As you mean with Shaq and Kobe?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know that 01 team is probably the best team ever assembled.
LeBron still got a lot of hype to live up to because he plays on the Lakers.
I agree with that.
So,
by the way, Space Jam 2 coming out. Space Jam 2 coming out.
I finally beat around the bush.
Support out Bron.
What's yours most over? Or I mean,
player with the most pressure. I have a couple guys.
Okay.
Number one.
I have another one too. Once you're done.
Okay, go ahead. Who you got?
Oh, okay.
You got LeBron.
I feel like this is. I didn't say it because I feel like it doesn't need to be said, but Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay.
Is a pretty obvious choice for me because
Kyrie
he didn't show up
right
in the Bucks series, and now he's out in Brooklyn without Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Brooklyn was a 6 seed last year. Most people are hoping they should improve. I know you still think they'll be a 6 seed.
6 seed.
But
same team.
A lot of when you think of most pressure, it's not really the pressure isn't on the player because of their situation. It's because of the media of what they put on him.
Or the players put themselves in this situation.
For the most part, like LeBron
put himself in that
Kyrie,
situation.
They both have media. Well, because of that, and because of all the media attention, and with all the media that surrounds Kyrie and all the kind of weird things he says.
Yeah,
he's always in the spotlight. So
he's a weirdo.
He's got to perform this year.
He's a 6 seed. Yeah, 6 seed. No MVP votes. 6 seed.
And if he does that again, then he's probably not an all-star starter like he always is.
No. Well, he will. It's the East.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not too many dominant guards in the East.
Right.
But I agree with you on both of those guys. However, I'm going to say Dame Lillard, most pressure. Like, he has to get to Portland out of there. Like, you got to drag those guys to the finals, man. Like, their team is really good. He has a sidekick. He has a big man. He has a solid bench. He goes missing at the worst times in the playoffs, man. It's like he'll have a great series like he did against OKC, and then you're like the next series like, yo, where's Dame?
Yeah.
Where's Dame? Dame Lillard, bro. You got to deliver. Did he just get paid again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he got to deliver. Oh yeah, he got to deliver. Portland gonna have his head on the stake if he don't deliver this year. He has to deliver. Next guy, I'm gonna say is your man.
Yeah, Kevin Durant. He's injured, but he's my man. So
who? Kevin Durant? Oh, he's trash.
That's my guy. So.
He's trash.
Who else are you thinking of?
Paul George.
Paul George. He's my guy.
Well, George Paul, that's your guy.
Okay.
George Paul, that's your guy. Basically forced your way out of OKC. Basically trashed Russell Westbrook's legacy, his career. Basically trashed that thing. And, like, now you finally get what you want. You don't want to play sidekick to LeBron. Cool. You're going to play sidekick to Kawhi. Like, what a lateral move.
Yeah.
He just want to trade in his Batman. He's a lateral guy. So then he has to deliver. Like, you had to deliver. He better be the best Robin ever created. This guy, he gets rid of his Batman for another Batman. What is wrong with this guy? Most people wants to get rid of their Batman so that they can be Batman, not Paul George. He want to be a bridesmaid, never the bride, forever. What's wrong with this guy? But those are the two guys.
All right. And I'm going to throw in two other guys.
All right, who you got?
Came off that I started thinking about when you were talking. Russell Westbrook.
I don't think he has that much pressure.
I think he has a ton of pressure because.
Why?
All right. Kevin Durant left. Paul George left. Oladipo left. Serge Ibaka left in a trade, but you never know what goes on behind the scenes. James Harden already left once.
Right.
If James Harden and Russell Westbrook is going to go down probably as one of the worst teammates ever, based off of his track record with stars leaving.
I can feel you on that.
Also, one of the worst percentage 3-point shooters ever. Whether you believe he's a stat pad or not doesn't really matter in this conversation. But Westbrook, he has a lot of pressure to prove that he can carry his team to potentially the finals with James Harden, who's another guy that I was going to say is under pressure, both of them together.
Right.
Because Harden's never made the finals. Wait, he did it with OKC, but in his Houston days,
he was a 6-man.
He hasn't made the finals. So Westbrook and Harden together, I'm going to kind of pair them together.
Okay.
They have a lot of pressure because they've never really succeeded on their own.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say I don't think Russell Westbrook is under any pressure because basically, for all that you say, everyone knows he's damaged goods.
Right.
His knee isn't any good. He doesn't shoot very good. No one wants to play with him. Yeah, damaged goods. No one really wants you, so you have no pressure. Just go out there and play now. Now he goes from a leading role to a supporting role.
Right.
Like, everyone knows it's James Harden's team. Like, you're not going to come in and say this is your team. No, you're going to support James Harden and dribble 5 times and pass it to James and watch like everybody else does.
And if James Harden requests a trade, then is Westbrook just the next Melo?
No, I really do think Westbrook is on his way to being the next Melo, though.
You think so?
Yeah, because no one wants to play with him.
Right.
So this could be potentially his last stop. If he gets traded out of Houston.
Or if Harden requests a trade.
Right, then we're in trouble.
So we'll use that to move on to our next topic, which is kind of 2 questions together. A, what's next for Melo? And B, who could potentially be the next Melo? Star turned not in the league anymore. So I'll let you start off this time.
What's next for Melo? A job in China.
It's true.
We're going to get Lala back because you're not playing in the league, bro. Woo! Boy, that was good stuff right there. That was good stuff. Obviously, he needs to go take a job overseas because he's not playing in the NBA. It's done.
Kevin Durant's my favorite player, but I might have to boycott the Nets if they do sign Carmelo Anthony.
And they begging this guy. Well, it'll be a good PR move for the Nets.
Yeah.
To bring him in. Like I said, they'll be a 6th seed.
But so that's not going to win. PR is not going to win him a championship.
They're not going to win this year either.
Well,
they're not going to win next year.
They're not going to win realistically.
They're not going to win, period.
In the next coming years. Yeah.
They're not going to win, period.
Yeah.
They're not going to win, period. Philly's the best team in the East as long as they stay together.
Yep.
Milwaukee's still there. They're not going to win, period.
Yeah.
Might as well sell some tickets. Come on in, Melo. He's from Brooklyn somewhere. Where is he from?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't care. Who cares?
Can you imagine, though, how weak of a move that would be if Melo looked like he was going to be a Knicks guy for the rest of his career,
man.
And then he was so desperate that he went to the team just a couple blocks away? Or not?
Well,
I'm not familiar with New York.
I don't think the whole New York Knicks thing is on Melo.
Right.
That's not on him. Phil Jackson came in. Dan Toney came in. The leadership, Walsh, they were bad. They were really bad. They had like a 2-year window where they were really good. Where they had Chauncey Billups or Jason Kidd at that point. Morris Stoudemire, himself, who was that? Tyson Chandler. They had some really good pieces, man, and they went from. Oh God! But yeah, I mean, they were really good though. They were like, they were top half of the East, and then they went from top half of the East to the bottom half of the East, and they were still in the playoffs, and they kept running into Boston. They instead of just hanging in there and fighting back, they just said, all right, well we're done. We're gonna give it up, and that's just pure poor leadership. So I don't think that's on him. That's not on him.
But you don't think he deserves a spot in the league?
I think he deserves a spot in the league, but no one wants to play with him.
I don't think. Well, that's part of what contributes to if you deserve a spot in the league.
His style of play is really bad.
Yeah,
it's really really
it's
bad.
Like an old Kobe.
See. We were doing so well. Let's get 500 views so we could dump this guy again. Let's get 500. Talk about Kobe. What's wrong with you, man?
I was just making it all hit together because those are 2 similar topics.
They're not similar topics. Kobe's one of the greatest players of all time.
Max Kellerman said it best when he said Kobe Bryant should be on the all-decade worst team.
Max Kellerman is horrible. Okay. He only gets to speak when Stephen A. Smith isn't there. Okay. He's horrible.
Yeah, they both are pretty bad though.
I like Steve.
He's entertaining.
He's a little loud, right? He's entertaining.
But if I wanted to study stats or something before I watched this video, I wouldn't turn on.
No. Oh God, no.
Whatever. What's their show? Get Up or.
Yeah, Get Out or what is it? First Take.
Yeah, definitely would have watched that. But back to the Melo situation. What team do you think would be most likely to sign if he does get signed?
The China Dragons. The
Shanghai Sharks.
Shanghai Sharks.
He can play with Jeremy Lin. On the Knicks. Reunion tour coming to China. Because that's who's going to sign him. The Tokyo. Like NBA 2K, my career path.
Oh, God.
NBA then to China.
Tokyo Egg Rolls. That's who's going to sign Melo. He's bad. Hey, have you seen his videos of him working out with a hat on? Dude, who trains in a hat? What are you doing, Melo? Are you really trying to get back in the league? Like, what are you doing, bro? He's working out with Julius Randle of all people. Julius Randle? Come on, man. It's bad. It's just all bad. Bad.
And And how come the only videos that actually surface of him training are with Julius Randle when everyone's saying like, oh, he's been working out with every Lakers player recently.
Oh my God.
They're all going out to dinner and stuff, but like none of those players show up. But then all of a sudden he's playing Julius
Randle.
You think I'm washed? Watch me play Julius
Randle one-on-one with a pass to the post. Not really one-on-one. It's high post one-on-one. What? Come on, Melo. You're better than that, bro. Like, come on, man. You're better than that, man.
So on to the second part of the...
I used to teach kids your moves, man. I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed.
When I used to train with you, we had one training session that was all about Russell Westbrook, too.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did not.
I promise you we did.
No, we did not. I remember I gave you a Kobe day. We did all Kobe moves.
I remember we did one for Westbrook because I remember I just seen Civil War when it came out, Captain America Civil War, and then I came to train with you, and you were like, we're going to have a Westbrook theme to work out today.
Well, I had you miss a whole bunch of threes?
Yeah. No, you had me start like the opposite baseline or opposite three-point line and dribble all the way up to the free throw line.
Oh, yeah. A whole bunch of dribbling and then shoot it.
Yeah. And I mean, I was pretty good at the Westbrook impersonation.
No,
I probably missed most of them.
No, yeah, I mean, it's a hard drill, though. Because you got to dribble like 100 times and then you got to shoot it.
So on to the second half of the Carmelo discussion. Who is the next Melo?
Julius Randle. Stop trading with Melo. Julius Randle. He's bad, though. You know,
Julius Randle?
Yeah, he's pretty.
He's not that bad.
Yeah.
You're just saying he's bad because he should still be playing for the Lakers.
God, no. I didn't want him. I didn't want him. We drafted him, what, 7? 4? Some crap like that. I didn't want that guy.
Next Carmelo should have been, and I thought it was going to be. Like, I wrote these questions a while ago, and when I was doing it, I had one specific player in mind.
Who?
Dwight Howard.
Oh, God.
I thought he was going to be the next Melo because I didn't think he was going to get signed.
You know, he missed 72 games with a butt injury.
Yeah, that's... I'm surprised he missed even
injury.
that. I thought he missed a lot more than that.
72 games with a butt injury. Like, what? I don't know, man. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know how you get a butt injury that hurts you that bad that you can't. What? That you play 10 games? He played 10 games. What? I don't want to know. But he's next. Yeah, I don't even know why we signed him. He has a butt injury.
But now that he's on the team, I guess we got to pick somebody else.
Is he wearing like number 39 or something?
Yeah, his first player in like NBA history.
Doing? Like, God, man. Why do we do this to ourselves?
I know. He's representing the percentage he's going to shoot from the field.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
He's letting them know from the start.
All we need him to do is play 6 minutes. You give me 6 minutes a night, Dwight Howard, I will not joke you.
Anthony Davis should play center, though. He doesn't want to.
That's why we're going to need him for 6 minutes. All we need is 6 minutes, then Anthony Davis is going to move on to the 5. He just doesn't want to start at the 5. 6 minutes, Dwight Howard, all we need.
And then Anthony Davis is going to miss 60 games of the season from overuse.
Yeah, our roster isn't as good as I thought it was last month. Like, we got a lot of guys that get hurt a lot.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you that, Stretch.
I don't think you said that, Matt. If you did, I didn't listen. If you did, I didn't listen.
That's probably more accurate.
I forgot to wear my LA Braun jersey up in here.
Well, good thing you didn't switch numbers then.
Yeah, it's still valid this year.
Next year.
Yeah, one more year.
Then you got to move on again.
He makes me sick sometimes.
Yeah, same.
By the way, it is Tuesday. Taco Tuesday!
Well, he's trying to trademark that. We can't say that anymore. He's going to trademark it.
Man, get that money, Braun. What's up?
I'm going to try to trademark the terms hey and hello also. So, come on.
Hey and hello.
Yeah.
You'll get paid every time someone says hey and hello.
Yeah, I mean, if he's going to do Taco Tuesday.
You can do hey and hello?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool. I'm with you.
Yeah, so on to the next topic. What coach is going to be fired first? This isn't that big of a topic, so I'll let you answer.
No, you go first.
All right, I'll go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So there's always a high chance that it's going to be someone that coaches LeBron. So, especially since the Lakers have 3 head coaches in their coaching staff.
Right.
There are a lot of guys with a lot of tenure that won't get fired that you can count out, like Doc Rivers, Brad Stevens, guys like that.
Right.
I could see Brad Stevens getting maybe a little on the hot seat if the Celtics don't play well again, but he's just got too much of a reputation as a great coach.
I know. They'll bring in some new bodies.
I mean, coach that could be fired first. I could see maybe Flip Saunders, the new Timberwolves head coach. He started as an interim last year. This is his first full year. If he doesn't get anything out of Andrew Wiggins, if he doesn't get anything out of Cat, if he doesn't get anything out of, who else do they have now?
I don't know, but he's gonna get fired if that's the prerequisite. He's gonna get fired because Wiggins ain't gonna give you nothing.
Yeah. So
and Cat is just worried about looking good.
I could see them giving him a short lease.
Okay.
You know, this is a little disappointing, but I'm not sure who the Phoenix coach is right now. But he's probably on the hot seat.
Yeah, he's brand new. He's brand new anyway.
He's been on the hot seat ever since he got hired.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot there, but I hope he's on the hot seat. D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni. He's another guy with a little bit too much reputation.
Yeah, man, his leash is too long, man, for not delivering in the playoffs. Like, you clearly probably have had the best player in the playoffs for the past 2 years. Get nothing out of that. Probably had the best team in the playoffs for the past year and a half. Get nothing out of that. Yes, I said it.
Wait, what did you say what was your first?
Best player in the playoffs.
Last year?
Yeah, last year. James Harden was clearly the best player in the playoffs.
He was? Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay. I forgot Kevin Durant averaged 35 points per game, was it, in the playoffs?
What? Wait, against the Clippers?
Against the Clippers, against the Rockets?
Come on, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Back-to-back.
Stop playing with me, man.
40,
and
50.
the Rockets were still winning the series.
No, it was 2-2 when he got injured.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
Okay, and at least if you're not going to go with Kevin Durant, go with Kawhi Leonard. The Raptors had no business to beat the Bucks or the Sixers. But
Kawhi Leonard didn't get good, like really, really good, until he played, like, what was it, the Sixers? Yeah, that's Sixers. Like,
that was their second round of the season.
Yeah, he was, like, really pedestrian. The first round, he was pedestrian. The second round, he was,
Wait, so you're saying that Kawhi
James Harden.
You're saying that Kawhi Leonard played better in 3 series, and James Harden only played 2.
Yeah. James Harden was clearly the best player heading into the playoffs.
Heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, and in the playoffs. He was the best player. He should have won MVP. Did he win MVP?
No, he should not have won MVP.
Are you serious?
He should not have won MVP. He 100% should not have won MVP.
He averaged 40.
On horrible percentages.
Oh, my God. 40 is 40, Matt.
On horrible percentages.
Matt, who won the MVP last year?
Giannis, but the year before that, James Harden.
James Harden clearly probably should have 3 MVPs right now.
James Harden, oh my gosh, no, he should not.
3 of them.
I know he definitely shouldn't have last year's.
What? He was.
The Bucks out of nowhere had the best record in the league.
Are they really out of nowhere? Are they really out of nowhere?
Did you think they were going to win 60 games?
They were trending.
Did you really think that they were going to win 60 games?
But the East is so bad. The East is so bad. See, this is what I'm saying. When you play teams in the East, that bottom half of the East is so bad. And you play those guys 3 times.
But the Rockets went from the 1 seed to the 4th seed. They got worse.
Wait a minute. No. 1 seed to the 4th seed because they lost 1 game in the final 2 weeks.
They got worse either way. So why should
they lost 1 game? That speaks to how good the West is.
Well, it's about Giannis.
You see what I'm saying?
And
so look at Harden's numbers.
The Rockets to the position that they
Harden didn't carry the Rockets
to the position that they should have been in. The Rockets were a more talented team than a 4th seed team.
The Houston Rockets are more talented than the Bucks.
Well, I'm not talking East versus West. I'm talking
no. I'm talking put the teams together. The Rockets are more talented than the Bucks.
No, they're not.
Thank you.
But
I rest my case.
That's not.
I rest my case.
Okay, Giannis was top 3 defensive player of the year.
Oh my God.
Giannis won MVP.
That's a lot of hype.
Top 3 defensive player of the year.
Wait a minute. That Giannis defense stuff is a lot of hype. He's a great help defender. On ball, he gets cooked a lot. And we saw that when Kawhi put him in the blender, cooked him up real nice.
Kevin Durant averaged 35 points per game against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
There you go, going to get it.
But, Stretch, here's the thing, though. Harden, his efficiency is horrible.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't play defense.
Look, I'm not disagreeing with you on none of that.
Here's
what I'm saying to you is that James Harden was the best player in the NBA last year.
I'm going to bring this back to Kevin Durant just because it's in the quote that I'm going to say from Colin Cowherd. I saw this on this podcast.
Okay.
Kevin Durant needs the ball to be a dominant scorer.
Okay.
James Harden needs the referees.
Oh, my God.
A lot of his points. Like, I'm not going to be one of the crazy people that says he would average
Don't
like
be
10
one of those
points
guys.
if
Don't
he
be one of those
free throws.
guys. Don't be one of those guys.
But obviously, free throws definitely help to pad his scoring numbers higher than they probably should be.
I got a question for you. Are free throws a part of the game?
Yes.
Do they, in the game of basketball, do referees call foul?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Giannis deserved it, and he won. So
no, they gave it to Giannis. You know what I'm saying? It's a fresh face. Everybody like Giannis. Cool, they gave it to him.
Everybody likes Giannis because he works hard. He plays hard every night. He's dominant on offense. A great passer, great rebounder, and like I said before, what does James Harden do or not do that Kawhi does? I mean, Giannis does. I'm getting all messed up.
That's what Harden does to guys. He mixes them up.
Giannis was
put
top
them in a blender.
In Defensive Player of the Year, top 3 defender.
Like I said, this guy Harden went on a scoring streak that was unbelievable.
Wait, so I'm gonna flip what you said on me. So free throws are part of the game, right?
Yes.
Is defense?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
If there was an award, best offensive player of the year, Harden gets it.
Okay, let me ask you.
But if it's all around MVP, not best player, most valuable.
Valuable. Thank you. Valuable. Most valuable. You take Harden off that team. How many games they win?
I don't know. A couple.
Yeah, thank you. 15, 20. You take Giannis off that team. How many games they win?
Not 60.
40. They still in the playoffs.
Okay, but like you said, the East is softer, right?
You're making my point, man.
No,
you are helping me make my point.
You're saying that. Wait, I forgot.
Thank you.
I forgot what I said.
Thank you.
Here's my point. All right. This is
Harden was the best player in the NBA heading into the playoffs. And that's why D'Antoni's on a hot seat, because he had the best player in the NBA probably 2 years in a row and got nothing out of it.
While I agree that D'Antoni deserves to be fired, I feel like because Westbrook's here and because Harden, they're not going to get fired.
He should get fired.
I think they give him a year. New player.
Yeah, maybe.
And again, this is another thing that gets kind of fuzzy, but people would say that the Rockets should have had a championship if Chris Paul didn't get injured. So,
I still disagree. I mean, I disagree with that because you got to beat them. Like you're winning. But that goes to the coaching. Like, he lost games down the stretch. Like, when you're close like that, and you're, say, within 5, up or down, it goes to coaching. It's no longer about the players because like teams are not evenly matched. They played 3.5, 3 3/4 worth of a game. They evenly matched. It comes down to coaching. Like, what adjustment do you have? What play can you call? What kitchen sink can you throw at somebody to get them off balance so you can win?
One more thing.
All right, go ahead. Come on. What you got?
In the playoffs when the Rockets played the Warriors, Harden got a lot less foul calls towards him.
Okay.
3-point shots.
Right.
Percentages and points went down.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, Giannis.
So here's my thing with Giannis. So when Giannis played Kawhi Leonard, field goal percentage went down, points per game went down, assists went down, rebounds went down.
But the Raptors won the championship, so I mean, against one of the best players in the league. And it's not about the stretch.
First of all, I will say this. If Golden State was completely healthy, Raptors don't win that series.
That's true.
Period.
If Kevin Durant were completely healthy, they don't win that.
Even without Kevin Durant.
They would have won.
Even without Kevin Durant.
Would have won 7 if Kevin Durant was healthy all of Game 5.
If Kevin Durant's completely healthy, that thing don't go 5 games.
Yeah.
It just don't go 5 games.
The best player in the world.
I'm not saying that, but he's a matchup nightmare because Kawhi can't guard Kevin Durant the whole night and score 27, 28 points. He can't do both.
Right.
So you're going to have to give up something.
Is the greatest player in the world.
Who?
Kevin Durant.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. What other? You got another topic? Because you, Matt, whoo, boy.
All right, I'll let you pick the topic because I don't remember what it is.
I think was that
We
it?
had one more.
We had one more?
Crazy headline.
Crazy headline. Crazy headline to me, DeMarcus Cousins gets married. Next day he's wanted for domestic violence. What? How do you get married on Saturday and then Sunday the headline is they are looking for you to arrest you for domestic violence? How does that happen?
Domestic violence.
Yes, it was.
He threatened his wife over the phone. Or his ex-wife.
What?
Yeah, he said, I'm going to shoot you.
To his ex-wife?
Yes, because her dog, she wouldn't let their son come to his wedding. So he called her and said, if you don't come, I'm going to shoot you.
Oh, God, DeMarcus, that's just retarded.
Or he said, like, a bullet will go through your head, and even if I don't have to get my hands dirty.
Oh, my God, DeMarcus, that's just retarded, son. Just videotape the wedding, man. Send it to your kid, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? It's retarded. What else you got? Crazy headline. What else you got?
So, this isn't one that's actually happened. I'm going to look into the future a bit here. All right, guys?
All right, what you got?
First-time All-Star, C.J. McCollum drops 40 for the second night in a row as Trailblazers head into the playoffs as the 4th seed.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen?
Not going to happen.
Why not?
Number one, CJ's not going to make an All-Star team. The West is too loaded. Number two, Portland may be the 4th seed. And CJ may drop 40. All-Star? No. Not going to happen.
He has a chance, I think.
No, he doesn't.
Why not?
Because they got 2 All-Stars. They got Dame and Jokic.
Jokic isn't an All-Star, and he's missing most of the year.
Oh, well. CJ definitely won't.
So what players are ahead of him?
Paul George, Kawhi, LeBron.
What players that play his position?
You know they do wings and guards.
Yeah.
Now, right? So West guards, you got Curry, Harden, Westbrook. Those 3, they're going. Who else is out there?
Exactly.
Lillard. Dame, his own teammate, Dame.
I believe Doncic plays forward.
He plays forward. It depends on how they list him.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron has moved to point guard this year. Braun
has always been point guard.
Braun. And when you say Braun, that's it. Bye, CJ.
More than 5 guards make it.
No.
Yeah, because once you get to the reserves, it's just a crapshoot. It's just anybody.
Oh, D'Lo's now in the West.
Right.
Bye, CJ.
There's still a lot of spots left.
No, I don't think so.
14.
Devin Booker should make the All-Star team this year if Phoenix wins some games.
I have a lot of opinions about Devin Booker.
Wait, man, he can score. He can hoop.
Yeah, but he was naturally gifted to play basketball. Like he wasn't. He does. I don't believe he has a good enough work ethic to become.
He can hoop.
Yeah, and.
Well, Clay is missing, so there's a spot.
Right. And CJ is better than Devin Booker by far.
That's debatable. That's debatable. He's on a better team.
Right.
But that is debatable,
He's
sir.
a better player, too.
You're born in Utah.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mike Conley, potentially.
Yeah.
I'm all sorry.
Bye, CJ.
But after we got from like Westbrook and Lillard, it was all a bunch of guys that we kind of had to think about for a minute. Well, guys that could potentially slide out. Even Westbrook or Harden could slide out, if depending on how the two of them.
CJ's game isn't as impactful or explosive or fun to watch as all those other guys.
I feel like CJ, his stock definitely went down in the Western Conference Finals, but so did every Blazers, really.
Yeah, I get you.
But in the Denver series, he was their best player for most of that series.
I agree.
So if you didn't know his name before, you knew it now, even as they exit.
And then you forgot it again the next week.
But the thing is, CJ McCollum, he's a fun player to like watch highlights of stuff like that. He has a lot of highlights.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. CJ don't dunk on nobody. He shoots a lot of mid-range jump shots.
And even this is another thing that could go to his favor. If you're not tuning in to watch CJ McCollum, you're tuning in to watch Damian Lillard. So
do you really tune in?
You don't?
No. 10:30 at night. If they're not playing the Lakers or Golden State or Houston or somebody, one of the other big dogs in the West, I'm not tuning in to watch no Portland game. When the last time you watched Portland versus Denver? Portland, Utah.
Portland, Utah? I don't know if I ever have.
Portland, Phoenix.
Well, no.
Portland, Minnesota.
No one watches Phoenix or Minnesota.
That's my case.
But I'm talking like nationally televised games, like even against like Eastern Conference.
They could be on Christmas Day, primetime game,
right?
And no one will watch them. They're boring.
I'm not. So
they're boring.
But like you're gonna see Lillard highlights.
They have two guards that are 6'3" and below. They're boring. Just say it, man. They're boring.
They're boring, but
there you go.
Damian Lillard makes the All-Star game every year.
Yeah, because he's the least boring.
Because people pay attention to him.
Because he has a brand.
Because people know the Blazers, so they know Damian Lillard.
He has a brand. He's a rapper.
So what's your crazy headline? I get my money.
Well,
and you trashed it, so.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I don't know. It won't be crazy. You know, it actually will be the way it's supposed to be. LeBron leading all MVP candidates into the playoffs.
You think LeBron's
Lakers
going to win MVP?
3 seed.
You think LeBron's going to win MVP?
He'll be in the MVP discussion.
Oh, yeah, that's fair, but I thought you said leading MVP.
Yeah, he'll be leading all MVP candidates.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
You know who I think MVP? Well, no, I'm not going to say who MVP is going to be because
that's another topic.
That's for another time.
That's another topic.
So I can't quite read the timestamp, but it seems like we've gotten a lot of stuff done today.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
A lot of arguments have been done. A lot of friendships have been forever broken. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Hey, we pushed for 500. You're going to get dumped again, baby.
Yep, so, hey, what about you?
1,000. 1,000. You want me to catch the flu? 1,000. 1,000. 1,000 views. I will get dumped.
All right, so we got 2 goals to reach now. So hopefully
500, 1,000.
So what if we get to 1,000 but not 500? Do we dump both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Duh.
Well, I was just making sure because I'd rather just do it to you and then.
I know you would.
Like you did.
1,000 for me, but let's get that 500 first.
Right.
Let's shoot for around 505. 505. Get them dumped.
Nothing more, nothing less. Exactly 505. And
505 views. I'm going to view it 10 times myself and then send it out to 10 more people.
Our last guest, Coach Z, I think he has 6 YouTube accounts or something like that.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. So it pays sometimes.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any opinions on some of the stuff we said, disagree with anything Stretch said, specifically Stretch, then put it in the comments. Tell them why Giannis was MVP.
Melo signed that contract in China, baby.
So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time on the Debate Mates.
Debate Mates.